In society today, we are being attacked constantly with inauthentic conversations. Fakeness, trying to look cool, trying to be somebody we're not. That is why the Damn Dude podcast is here to have the authentic conversations that need to be had in a way that will make you think and say, Damn Dude.
What's up, you nerds? I'm just kidding. What up, you guys? Welcome to the Damn Dude podcast. This is season 3, episode 44. And welcome to the show, you guys.
Damn Dude.
This show exists to help educate, entertain, and make an impact on the different contexts and perspectives that we have in life. Because I truly believe that the more access we have to different contexts and perspectives, the easier, smoother, doper, and just flat out cooler life is. You dig? So welcome to the show, you guys. Welcome. I'm your host, California Cal. Nobody special. I'm just me, and I got a show, and this is what the fuck is going on. So, hope you guys are having a beautiful, beautiful day today. It is a lovely day in San Diego. It's a little bit cold in the morning times lately. The past 2-3 days. Today is pretty fucking cold in the morning for what we call cold. Like, what? It's probably like 60s. Yeah, in my neighborhood, it's like 63 right now, which is cold when you've been used to it being like fucking 80, 90, all that, right? So, yes, that's what I mean, you Midwest people or people who live in snow who are like, cold? Like, what are you talking about? And then we got other people who like live in the jungles or like who are in like Peru or Colombia, and it's like super hot or warm or whatever. And then, yeah, so it's like, you guys can relate to 60s being cold. Degrees, I don't know what that translates to in Fahrenheit because I am a somewhat stupid American. And I just can't get myself to care enough because I haven't been in enough situations to where I really need to respect and understand the whole, I guess, metric system and everything that comes with it. So, no offense. I'm just ignorant in that field, and I happen to know it. So, not to say that I won't ever learn it, but that's just where I'm at right now. And if you can find a way to make me care, then let me know. I just can't get myself to care. And that's so stupid. See, isn't that ignorant as fuck? But it's like, all right, you know what? I'll kind of try. I'm open to figuring out how to care to. And the reason that caring is a factor is because it's a matter of it retaining in my brain or not. Because I've learned about Fahrenheit versus Celsius and all of this shit. And it's like, okay. And I just don't remember because I don't have to fucking use it, right? So, I don't know. I guess it's like we can all make that mean whatever the fuck we want to make it mean. Like, you can call me stupid for that, or you can just be like, oh, well, that makes sense. It's like, why occupy my brain capacity and thinking with that when I don't use it? Anyways, I guess you could say the same thing for listening to the show, but that's the thing is you don't know that yet. For me, I've learned Fahrenheit and Celsius, and then I've made, from that point, like, okay, well, it is what it is, right? So, with new information, it's like, well, you got to hear it first, try it on, and then make the choice to either, like, fucking keep it pushing or really make it a point to retain that information. So, for me, I would rather retain information along the lines of, like, how to be the best version of myself, how to tap into my spirit, how to speak with God, how to be grateful, how to be thankful, how to, appreciate life. So it's like I would rather use my energy towards things like that rather than just whatever, right? And I think that everything I'm explaining right now is just a product or byproduct of myself committing to the path. Like myself committing to my own personal journey, my own personal growth, my journey. Right? Like a lot of people, especially in the United States, we just live a life of just living. And it's like, well, what's new? Same shit. It's like, how is it the same thing all year for the last 10 years? Like, how do you have the same life? Like, I don't get it. Like, don't you look at outside and see the sun or the clouds, or that it's bright, or that it's dark, or that, like, it smells different, or that it feels different? It's like a lot of people will use the chance to take these observations and these things and use them to complain rather than to acknowledge and say thank you and be grateful for them. Right? It's like when, I don't know, it's like when we really just use the elements of life to complain or to be unhappy or ungrateful or to want something else or things like that, like that means we're clearly not on a journey, because it's like when you're on a journey, you understand that there's going to be conditions. There's going to be weather, there's going to be people, there's going to be fucking speed bumps, roadblocks, whatever the fuck you want to call it, right? There's going to be obstacles. And in the course of life, the seasons are going to change continuously all day, every day, no matter what. So because of that, there's something new all the time if you're wise and appreciative enough to stop and grasp those things. You see what I'm saying? So like, when we are committed to being on a path of self-mastery and self-discovery and personal growth and personal development, or, you know, your spirituality or your connection with God or whatever it hits for you, right? Like when you're committed to that, all of a sudden, all the changes of the season, all the fucking things that normally, or that you hear other people complain about, you're now automatically grateful because you understand that when you're on a journey, there's going to be conditions. Like you don't expect to drive from fucking California to New York in the wintertime and not have any fucking crazy road conditions. It's like that's flat out ignorant in the sense of just being completely ignorant and not even aware of your ignorance if you go about it like that, right? So it's like, all right, well, how ignorant am I going to choose to be as a human being? Will I commit to and choose my path? That's the thing, is like, how many people are actually fucking brave enough to commit to a path, to commit to their own path, not even just a path, but your own path in life? Like, what are you here for? Right? Like, were you really put on this planet to be a fucking fan of TV and sports? And like, were you here to be a fan of other human beings? There's nothing wrong with being a fan of other human beings, but the thing is, like, that's it? Right? Like, what do you do? Why are you here? What do you have to offer? Why the fuck are you on Earth? Right? And it's like, if you wonder that at all, then commit to that. What I mean by that is commit to the fact that you are on a path of self-discovery. You're committed to a path of learning. You're committed to a path of growth. So then that way, when you put yourself in positions to where it's like, damn, this is a complete fucking waste of time. And it's like, you know, the people that you hang out with who really just aren't up to shit, and they're going to be doing the same fucking thing in a slightly different color and shape in the next 5 years, and then even in the next 5 years, and then in the next 5 years. It's like whatever color the new uniform the fucking local sports team puts out is what they're going to be wearing. It's already completely predictable. It's what they're going to be cheering about. It's what they're going to be talking about. It's like, okay, same thing with celebrities and movies and TV shows and whatever. There's nothing wrong with being a fan, being whatever, being into that stuff. But what I'm saying is, like, to have no other purpose, to have no other point of being here than to be a fan of fucking TV shows and celebrities and musicians and artists. Like, that's it. That's it. Like, no, dude, like, let's apply some fucking appreciation. Right? So it's like, well, what's fucking stopping people from living a life of appreciation? Well, what I've observed, and in my opinion, an observation, is that people are living for fear. And I say it like that because living in it is one thing. Living in fear. Living for fear is a different context. Now, the reason that I say it like that is because what I observe is that fear is its own entity. It's its own idea. It's its own realm. It's its own world. It's its own energy. It's its own spirit. It's its own facet. It's its own lane. It's its own thing. And if we can understand that fear is just that, it doesn't have to capture us, right? So it's like, I have a very real question. Being that fear is its own entity, have you let it allure and capture you?
Damn, dude.
Right? Like, dude, how many people have let fear allure them in? And it's like, fuck, dude. And what's crazy is this exists in so many ways. And it's not, and where most people don't typically go in their brain with this idea is that, like, a lot of people who are extremely successful have let fear allure and capture them, because the only reason they're doing all these things out of fear is because it's out of fear of never again. I'm never going to have this happen again. I'm never going hungry again. I'm never getting bullied again. I'm never getting fucking called fat or skinny or small or big or whatever the fuck again. Right? Like, I'm never getting called fucking these racist things. I'm never getting whatever. So then it's like we go extreme with whatever the fuck that thing is, not realizing that we've committed to fear, and we let it take over, and we let it capture and allure us. Right? And then we're using fear wrong. And fear is not to go, like, fear is not what makes you, hold on, let me say this. Let me think about this real quick. Okay. Let me say this. Fear is meant to be a healthy device. Let me say that again. Fear is meant and designed to be a healthy device for human beings. Fear is designed for survival, right? And I've explained this before, and they talk about this in the book Fearvana. Read that book, everybody. It's one of the best books ever by Akshay Nanavati. Fearvana. Everybody go read that book. I make nothing or profit nothing from it, but just go read the book. It's one of the best ever. Anyways, where was I going with this? Okay, so yeah. So fear is meant for survival. Fear is a tool that's designed to help us, not hinder us. So this is the thing, is because the time and day and age that we live in, we don't naturally have a place to go put all the energy that fear stirs up and creates and exists in, because fear is a very powerful energy. It's a very powerful tool. It's a very powerful thing. It's a very powerful idea. It's a very, very powerful ideology. It's a very powerful context. It's a very powerful perspective. So fear, in its natural form, is designed to save our lives, right? Like, let's say you're in the middle of doing something that's completely of human nature, which could be building shelter, eating food, having sex. That's basically it. That's like the main things of being a human, is fucking shelter, food, sex, like, and food including water, right? Like, and if you were in the middle of doing any of those three things, if you were in the middle of building a house because it's about to rain, you see the clouds coming, if you were in the middle of cooking or eating a fresh hunt, if you were in the middle of just straight plowing, just fucking, I don't mean fields. Okay. Let's say, okay. All right. Okay. All right. You're in the middle of just getting it in, right? You were just fucking, your name is, I don't know, John Michael Smith, and you were just balls deep in Hildebrand Gertrude Jones, like, and a fucking lion shows up. I'm pretty sure you're pulling your shit out of Gertrude or Hildebrand or whatever, and you're gonna fucking act if a tiger just shows up in the middle of fucking you doing your thing. If you're sitting there building shelter, getting food, whatever, and a wild animal that's completely a threat to you shows up, fear is what's gonna override your instincts and primal needs to eat, reproduce, or build shelter. Fear will override all of those absolute things you need to survive in order to save your life.
Damn, dude.
So now we don't live in an environment. Most of us don't live in an environment these days, or this day and age in time and history, to where we go outside and wild animals are a real threat to our life just living, right? It's like back in the day, just living, like crazy ass wild animals were a real threat to your life, to your house, to your, you know, you're hunting, you're getting water, you're fucking whatever, right? So it's like, dude, fear is designed to absolutely save our life. That's its purpose. So now in modern day, what do we do with that? That has no place to go. So this is what's so important about working out, exercising, eating good, is that it maintains a healthy relationship with fear. And then you're able to do and accomplish more things. And then when you look better, you have more opportunities. And it's like, I didn't make this up. That's just how it fucking works. It's like people will most typically opt to help the better looking person when there's no other factor involved. And it's just true. It's like you see somebody who has like crazy teeth or like unbrushed hair or something. It's like that guy or woman is getting second next to the person who's like taking the time to take care of themselves to a degree, right? So it's like, therefore, further creating more opportunity. And the more opportunity you have, the less fear that you're creating and stacking and condensing or storing away or whatever, right?
Damn, dude.
So it's like, okay, we see people who fucking are super ultra successful, but they're really the most scared. Those are the people who can't be by themselves or sit still or be with their own thoughts. Right? Like, and I'm not saying all or everybody, just in my observation and from what I've seen and heard and conversations and whatever, right? So here's the thing is like, with fear, we have to allot the energy that it would exist in into different things. Well, how do we do that? Well, I think one is develop a relationship with fear. Have a context for fear to live in. Have a box for fear to live in. Right? And it's like, know how to put it in a box and then focus and get present. Because that's the thing is like, fear is just the ultimate distraction. And that's all it is in modern times. Because what the fuck else, right? Like, I mean, there's certain times you're in danger and you have to use it. There's times where like I'm getting chased by dogs or there's sketchy people or whatever, right? Or like I hear noises at night or something and it's like, boom, like, bam, like my instincts kick in and that overrides whatever the fuck I'm doing, right? Like I could be in the middle of doing anything and if I fucking like hear somebody, like, I don't know, walk up to my house or some shit in the middle of the night, like, I'm gonna fucking get up and react. Like, I'm not gonna just lay there in fear, right? Or just sit there in fear or whatever, right? Like, I could be doing anything. And I'm gonna use that fear to allow it to alert me to fucking protect myself and my family and my people and my society, my town, my community, whatever, right? So here's the thing, is like, all right, how do I pick up and put down fear on purpose?
Damn, dude.
So, oh, my neighbor's like fucking bumping music super loud. Sorry. Yeah, I think they're doing some construction, and then you just hear like loud ass music sometimes because it's just the way it travels. Anyway, to put down fear and to pick it up and know when to use it, know when to answer it. That's the thing, is fear is going to call very frequently. You have to know when to answer it. Think about how many people can call your phone and you're like, I don't want to, I'm not answering this. Or it's something sketchy or whatever, right? You're like, I'm not answering this. It's the same thing. It's like fear is very oftentimes something sketchy. And it's like, just don't answer. Right? It's like, no, this isn't the time. I'm not like scared to do one less rep. I'm not scared to fucking challenge myself. Like, this isn't the time. I don't need that. I have tasks to do. Right? Like, I don't need to use my fear. Right now, I'm doing my work. Right now, I'm doing my whatever. And I don't, like, there's no lion at my door. I don't have to, let's not invite fear in right now. It's not necessary. If there's a lion at my door, you better fucking believe I'm inviting fear into myself and my world so I could fucking get the fuck up and do something. Right? And side note, that just made me think and realize, I used to have these dreams all the time. And I don't know if you guys have ever had these dreams. I don't know if I've ever talked about these really, or anybody's ever related to me on this. But I used to have these dreams, and I have my own interpretation of it now. But I used to have these dreams where, like, in my house, like, we would have a pet tiger or a lion, and it would just be walking around, like, in the house. And then, like, I don't know, it would, like, get late. Everyone would go to sleep, and then I would, like, you know, like, open my door, or like, I would be like, in my dream, I'd be like sitting in the living room watching TV or hanging out or something. And then I go into my room and there's a fucking tiger in there. It's, you know, the same tiger still. But because time went by, I kind of forgot, and then it scared me. And then because I got scared, it reacted and it got bored, and it's not supposed to be in a little bedroom. Like, so it's extra pissed and rowdy and rambunctious and all this, and then it's like chasing me, and then I'm like running and slamming doors behind me and all this. So I used to have that dream a lot, dude. Like, a lot. And looking back, I don't, like I said, I just thought this. I wasn't planning on sharing this. But maybe this is relevant. Maybe this is helpful for somebody. What and how I interpreted this later, or like, you know, looking back and in hindsight, was two different things. There was stuff I was not being real with myself about, so it was almost like my own internal self chasing me, and I'm running from myself.
Damn, dude.
And that's terrifying, because it creates this fucking beast inside your head, and you're like, fuck, and I just keep feeding it and feeding and feeding it. And I just kept being more right and more right. And every time I would be right about something, it would feed the beast inside myself, which would battle me.
Damn, dude.
So, the other context that I have of this is that I was denying and fighting my spirituality in a major way. And how can I say this? Okay, so like, for me, one of my spirit guides and protectors and animals, like, I have spiritual protectors around me, and I call them in, and I use them, and I rely on them, and I deploy them and apply them and all of these things. And because of that, it's like that's my circle I walk with. Anytime I go anywhere, I place them around all the entry points and all this, and they're my protectors, and they watch every direction around me. And for me, the tiger is a big one. Like, that's the one that walks by my side. And that might sound crazy to you, whatever. I don't care. It's like, tell me that what I call to and speak to and I guess communicate almost the same way that, like, if you can make sense of what a prayer is, it's almost in the same world as that. It's like you can speak with spirits, you can speak with animals, you can speak with these, shit like that. It's like that shit is so fucking real. And it's like, if you don't think it is, go watch Cesar Millan work, right? Like the dog whisperer dude. Like, watch me work with babies. Like, you see these things and it's just like, yo, like, bruh, what? It's like, there's no like physical explanation. And when you're looking for physical, tangible shit, it's like, and you need to see something, then that means you automatically cut out faith. Like, when there's something we need to see or want to see so badly, it means that we're lacking faith. And we are promoting and creating force. And the more we create force, the more we create resistance. So, it's like, all right, to kind of tie all this together, all these topics, I guess, which would be, hold on. So that was like me denying and not answering my spiritual calling is what those dreams meant to me. So maybe that's helpful for you. And I had mentioned my point of view to where I had to be right, to where every time I was right, that basically cost me every single time. It fed the beast inside me. It fed what was called anxiety, what most of us identify as anxiety. I just kept feeding it and feeding it and feeding it because I welcomed fear in, and I didn't know. And fear had been running my entire life. And what I didn't realize is that I was shaking it all off, and I started consciously choosing presentness rather than fear. And once I became more, and as I practice becoming more and more present all the time, in my times of reflection, I realized that it's like, fuck, my point of view cost me something every single fucking time. And that's why when I intro the show, I'm just like, I'm nobody special. I just fucking have a show, right? And it's like, because my viewpoint is open. I have core values and core beliefs, and they are always open to receiving input or things to add to or things to remove from that would make more sense and more clear and concise. So it's like, dude, what's it costing you to maintain your point of view?
Damn, dude.
Really, what is it costing you? Because to maintain your point of view, it costs you something. So let's make this more real. All right, let's say you have a point of view about a family member. Oh, they're a fucking asshole, or oh, they're small-minded, they're never going to grow, they're always going to stay the same, like shit like that, anything like that. Okay, so now that you've cast that upon them forever, it's costing you the space for them to grow. It's costing you the beauty of who that person is and how much they've worked and how far they've actually came. Right? So it's like, dude, your point of view costs you something. Every time you're forceful, every time we're forceful, every time we're like, we need something, every time we won't let the idea go, it's costing us. And it pushes it further and further away because it creates, like what Keith Yackey talks about, taker energy. And having taker energy is like the worst sort of energy. And it's like, there's times where we all do that shit and it's hard to like, oh shit, like I didn't realize, fuck, you know? But I guess that's the thing, is like growing our awareness of ourself and our lives and stuff. And like understanding, dude, your point of view being right, it costs you entirely. For you to be able to be and have to be right about like anything. It's like, why can't you let somebody else just be wrong? And that was one of the absolute hardest lessons for me, was like, so people would ask me that. My mom used to ask me that. She'd be like, well, why can't you just let people be wrong then? And I'm like, because I want to help them and I want them to not have to be wrong. Like, if I care about whoever, right? Like, then I'm going to do whatever I can for them to know better and not have to continue to be wrong or misinformed about whatever this is. And it's like, and my mom would come back with things like, well, what? It's like, dude, it's costing you your peace, right? And it's like, that makes you wrong if you're looking at it like that. And I'm just like, fuck, man. And I could not figure out how to get myself out of that loop for the longest time. And then what I realized was that like where that come from and where that came from and what that was me just needing to be right. And me needing to be right cost me freedom, right? And what it brought me was more ignorance, even though I'm like trying to spread knowledge. And that's where a lot of people like, it's like a lot of us can hear it in people's language. And I can hear certain podcasts where I have my head up my ass and I'm like, oh, yikes, oof, gross. Like, fuck, oh, I can't believe I was talking that way. And it's like, the stuff I was saying isn't bad, but like the tone and like particular like ways that things are said equal that cringiness and that taker energy or that like I know better sort of vibe or feel or whatever. And I'm like, motherfucker. But that's the thing, is like, it's okay. You guys, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I'm just doing it. You know what I mean? And that's where I think so much magic lives in life. It's like, who cares? Just do it. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. You guys will hear some episodes that really fucking suck on here. And you'll hear some that are really fucking good. Then you'll hear some where it's like, there's some good things mixed in with some bullshit stuff, mixed in with some okay stuff, mixed with whatever, right? It is what it is. It's just real.
Damn, dude.
And that's my thing, is like, keep it real to your appeal. I don't give a fuck, dude. Like, I care. I don't even care. It's like, dude, what I think of me is what matters. And what the people around me who I value, how they're relating to me, is what matters. Right? And it's like, that's the part where it's like, okay, how much responsibility can I take? What's my viewpoint costing me? And then how can I, once I acknowledge what my viewpoint is costing me, how can I let it go and not have it cost me and rather pay me? Right? It's like, how do we take on ways of being in life to where rather than costing us, it pays us? Well, what I think is that we can't experience absolute freedom without being best friends with ourselves first. Right?
Damn, dude.
Like, dude, how can you be free if you're not willing to pick up and put down fear on purpose when you need it? If you're not willing to commit to your journey? If you're not willing to understand what your point of view is costing you? Then you cannot be free. Right? So it's like, well, how do you create freedom immediately if this is all just like, oh shit, I didn't even realize I was doing that or whatever? Well, everybody starts somewhere and it's never fucking finished, you guys. The moment you think it's finished, you're fucking wrong. The moment you got it figured out, You have your fucking head up your ass again. Every single time we got it figured out, our head is up our ass again. And it's hard. And it's like, well, you know what? As long as you don't put your head up your ass as far every single time, that's called progress. And that is good. Because a lot of people don't even know that they got their head up their ass. And it's like their head has gone so far up their ass, it's came back out their neck, and all they're doing is talking shit. Bitch. Really though, like, dude, if you got your head so far up your ass, came back out your neck, and all you do is talk shit, bro, at least know that's what you're doing, right? And then start slowing down. How do you slow down? Practicing gratitude, saying what you're thankful for, saying thank you to things in life. And that's how you slow down. And that's how your head starts coming out of your ass. I know for myself and other people I've observed, it's been the exact same formula. Right? So it's like, it's interesting how there's just straight up formulas to making your brain just be better. And it has to do with, there's so many physical things: praying, meditating, working out, eating good, exercising, you know, practicing spirituality, being grateful. But I think one of the absolute best places to start is like, if you don't even know how to be grateful. At first, that was my problem. I would hear that and I would get offended. I'm like, what do you mean be grateful? Like, the fuck? Like, do you not know how bad my life fucking sucks right now? And then it's like, the little voice in my head is like, yo, you stupid motherfucker. Like, do you realize, like, do you remember when life really was way fucking worse? It's like, oh shit, yeah. And it's like, damn, you're really not going to be grateful for all these things you have? And I'm like, oh, fuck, okay. All right, yeah, you know, like, fuck, okay. And then it's like, it's that thing to where it's like, it just kind of, life sort of just brings you to your knees and makes you slow down. So it's the thing is like, slow down first, slow down on purpose. This is why, like, a lot of people who reach success, just in a full, well-rounded way, they just simply say, God first. And it's like, that's the simple way of saying everything I just explained. Right? And it's like, that's really the case. It's like, God first. You have to be able to live a life to where you have faith. You don't have to have faith in this God or that God or whatever. I mean, whatever, right? But you have to allow the element of faith to exist in your life, because what you see and what you hear is completely dependent on faith, because you don't know for sure what you saw or heard. You just have faith in what your eyeballs saw. You just have faith in what your ears heard. So if you saw a fucking alien spacecraft flying around the sky and you had faith that that was an alien, then on the news the next day, they're like, oh, that was Elon Musk, like, flying a rocket. You're like, no, fuck that. I know what I saw. How do you know what you saw? Well, you know what you saw based off of the faith you had in what your eyeballs communicated to you. Right? But it's like, so do your eyes know better than your brain? Or does your brain know better than your eyes? Or neither, or both. Who fucking knows, right? So that's the thing, is like, I don't completely trust my eyes. I have faith that my eyes will lead me wrong at times. I have faith that my ears will lead me wrong at times. And it's not that I hear the wrong thing, it's that I hear something and I interpret it the wrong way. So because that happens, because I can go back and listen to recordings of things and be like, oh, I heard that entirely wrong, even though I completely heard that this way, when trillion% I heard it wrong. And I'm like, fuck. Okay, if I was able to hear that wrong, how many song lyrics have you heard wrong? To where it's your favorite song, one of your favorite songs or something. I have songs I listen to because I'm a fan of Bone Thugs, like, that's my favorite rap group. I'm still interpreting music from like over 20 something years ago that I had been interpreting wrong. I had been interpreting incorrectly this whole time. And it's like, so because of that, I'm hearing it. My ears hear the same fucking song you hear if you listen to it. But why are only some of us capable of hearing this part or that part, or missing this or missing that, or hearing this incorrect or correct or whatever? It's because it's like, dude, there's just always some sort of training or learning or something we could do with our brain and faith and our eyes and our senses and how we relate to faith. So I think it's just a good idea to believe in at least Great Spirit. If you don't know what Great Spirit is, go look it up so it could resonate with you. I've explained my version. And it's like, dude, that's what runs the show. It just fucking makes sense. Great Spirit, that's what it is, right? And it's like, and then all the different like spirits of the world have been named, like Pachamama, that's Mother Earth. Like, there's so many different elements, right? Like, why do we all agree that nature does nature and that it's fucking magic? Right? It's like we all agree. So why do we not think it goes any further? Why do we not think that we have as much, if not more magic than the plants and everything? Because we are nature. We're like this super nature thing. We have thinking brains and contextualizing brains and meaning making brains and like, the fuck? That's crazy. That's hella crazy. Like, why do we not just need to eat, fuck, and sleep? Like, why? Like, I mean, that is all we need, but that's not what we choose to do. We choose to fucking like build computers and phones and all this crazy shit. Well, not most of us, but like a handful of us. So if that's possible, then what the fuck else is possible? If we were able to take fire, wind, dirt, sun, water, and turn it into a fucking iPhone, bro, like, don't tell me magic isn't real. You know what I'm saying? We have big metal fucking planes that fly around the sky filled with human beings. That's crazy. That's hella crazy. And not only that, but where they go land, I can use my fucking iPhone and call them. I can fucking use my phone and look at them and talk to them as if they were right fucking in front of me, and it's just called FaceTime. And many of us go, oh, it's not connecting. I'm such a baby. Really, right? Like, look how fucking stupid we are. Like, that's ridiculous. Like, how can you not appreciate the fact? Like, dude, okay, you go be a human being in nature. Pick the jungle, pick the ocean, pick the desert, pick the snow, pick whatever fucking environment you want. The mountains, wherever. Really? How long till you send me a fucking FaceTime call? Really? Right? And it's like I say this all the time, like Joe Rogan said in his stand-up. It's like, yeah, you go on to be on a fucking island with coconuts and trees, and how long till you send me a text message? Right? It's like, really, it's like we're fucking idiots. Like, we don't know shit. And the sooner we can realize that we really don't know shit and everything we care about is pretty fucking stupid, like, we start becoming free. Because it's like, yo, put down the fear, pick up reality, allow fear to be used only when needed in reality, and then otherwise just put it down. Understand what your point of view is costing, and then experience freedom with yourself first by committing to your path, right? So it's like, one of the best ways I've found, if you don't even know how to start being grateful or don't know how to start doing any of these things, is to go start playing. And I'm not kidding. Go have fun. And like, seriously, like, dude. So like, for example, like, you guys know my homie Sebastian. I talk about him a lot. Go check out his podcast. Preferably download it on Spotify. Ignite the Spark Within with Sebastian Hernandez. You guys go listen. It will blow your fucking mind. But one thing that, where was I going with this exactly? Okay, I know. A story that he tells a lot, or when we like refer to each other, like a pivotal point in him and I's relationship in becoming friends and brothers and all of that, was that like, when we first started kicking it, he was like, yeah, bro, what are you up to today? Da, da, da. And I was like, yo, what are you up to? Da, da, da. And he's like, he was like, yo, he's like, bro, I need to make some money. I got to do this and that and close these deals and this and that, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, bro, that's cool. Like, making money's tight. Do your thing. Respect. And, motherfucker, do that later. You'll have all the time in the world to make money. You can make money whenever. Right now, we need to go play. We're going to go fucking smoke some weed and ride some bikes. And he's like, what? No, I can't ride bikes. I got work to do. I was like, bro, money's always there. Just make some later or tomorrow. You'll be fucking fine. This experience will be far more memorable than any of the money that you make today. He's like, fuck. Went and bought a bike, a GoPro, and we fucking hit the trails. And that was the day I learned to talk to trees. And also the day I decided I was going to Peru, which started this whole fucking journey, right? So that's the thing, is like, dude, listening to your inner child, and that's another thing Sebastian's big on, and I'm big on. And it's interesting that he refers to me as somebody who's a very big representative of what it means to really embrace your inner child. And to me, that's a huge compliment, because it's like, yo, I'm not afraid to go play and be silly and be corny. I don't care if you think I'm weird or corny or lame or whatever. I don't fucking care, dude. There's plenty of people who think I'm cool, and plenty of people who think I'm corny, and plenty of people think I'm crazy, and plenty of people think I'm brilliant, and plenty of people fucking everything in between. That's fine. I enjoy and I appreciate all of it. Thank you for knowing who I am. Right? Like, I appreciate being acknowledged as a human being. So whether you like me or not, that's fine. But it's like, I can only have that freedom because I've became best friends with myself first. I'll hang out with myself for like unlimited amount of time. Really? I love being alone, dude. Like, it's one of the best things ever. And it's like, I'm also free to fucking hang out with whoever. And my happiness, my state of mind, my well-being has nothing to do with anybody else. Because I am responsible for me, because I have committed to my path and my journey. And that's what's going on. And I find it really cool that I've documented all these last like 2-3 years, however old the podcast is now, I guess 3 years. I've documented it, and my life has just fucking fallen apart and taken a shit and so many crazy things and so many beautiful things at the same time. Right? Like, dude, because of this podcast, so many incredible things were birthed. Dude, like the creation, the inception of the Damn Dude podcast has sent out a ripple of shit that I cannot even fucking fathom, you guys. And thanks to you guys, that's what makes this happen and exist. And it's like, this is the thing, is like, it doesn't fucking matter. Just do it. Just do. Right? Just do whatever the fuck it is. Don't worry about perfection. When you seek perfection, people don't fuck with it. And the more perfect your shit is, the more people do not fuck with it. I'm telling you. That's why all these podcasts where it's just like people looking all perfect and it's all just trendy and this and that, the shit does not last. And like, people really don't give a fuck about that stuff. People are entertained, and you got people, yeah. But it's like, people really don't fucking care. And it's like, you're not changing anybody's life with that shit. At the same time, if that's what you fucking love doing, then fuck what I'm talking about and do you. Like, what I say doesn't fucking matter. Right? Because if you're doing you, then what I say absolutely has no bearing on you. And to carry on what I was saying is like, dude, what this show has done, and I'm not like big up in myself. I'm just like, yo, like very respectfully saying thank you to you guys and the show and applying the credit where credit's due for the fact that like the show has changed the conversation amongst men in gyms. This show has changed the conversations amongst women in their groups, in their circles. This show has changed the context and the conversation amongst men in general, in the fucking Midwest, in different countries, in Peru, Brazil, Germany. We have a lot of listeners in Canada as well. So it's like, dude, thank you guys. And then all the states all across all the states in the United States, thank you. You guys, everywhere you're listening from, thank you. Because what's happening is how we speak to each other and the realness and the authenticity that comes out in these conversations. And when we listen to conversations like this, or have conversations like this, or enter the world of these conversations purposefully and intentionally for the sake of being the best human beings that we can be, for the sake of our fucking world and family and lineage and history, and honoring our ancestors and understanding the fact that we are our future generations' ancestors, it's like, dude, what the fuck are you gonna do? Do you wish your ancestors made good choices? Do you wish your ancestors really fucking put it down? Well, right now, you and I, we are the ancestors that will be. So we should create the legacy and the dope fucking life that we want, so the fucking future generation can pick this shit up and have a fucking place to start from. Because it makes me proud as fuck to know that my 18-year-old son knows almost all the shit I know at 30 fucking something, almost 40 years old. At 18, there's lessons that took me 30 years to learn that he understands as a teenager. And I want and acknowledge and always strive for him to be smarter and way the fuck next level up than me. Because that's my duty. And that's how we pass on and create dope ancestry. Right? So it's like, dude, we are the ancestors, you guys. That's us right now. Yes, we live in this world of technology and stuff and bullshit and all of this, but we have to rise above it and understand what's bullshit and what's good for us. That's very important right now. And the most important thing that we could do is get fit, get healthy, take responsibility, commit to your journey, understand what fear is and isn't, when to apply and not to apply it. Understand what your point of view is costing you, how much it's costing you, and what it's costing you. And what does it cost you to maintain that? And what will it cost you to maintain your point of view and your perspective that you have on other people that you're upset with, or let down by, or hurt by, or disappointed by? Then consider, how can you experience freedom without being your own best friend, without having peace of mind, without being able to be by yourself, without tapping into your inner child? Where did your inner child go? Where did that spirit go? Right? Like, my inner child was robbed from me at 6. Not saying like I got molested or anything like that, but more so when my sister, my grandma, my aunt passed away, my childhood just left me. And that was my shit that I dealt with. And then all the shit that happens in a family and everything, and it's like all the feelings that occur, and it's like my parents are only fucking like 20 something years old at the time. And it's like shit was just so hard. Right? Like it was just fucking hard. I had to grow up very fast. So that's the thing, is like, for me to tap back into my inner child, it was very hard to do. And sometimes I catch myself in instances where it's hard to do. And it's hard to do because it's like I didn't really have a full opportunity to create who that was. So with that understanding, I'm like, okay, how can I raise my kids to have the deep understandings and the freedom of childhood? And like, I'm just like, yo, as long as we approach everything with a proper discipline and a proper level of teaching and showing and of appreciation and gratitude and faith and hard work and creativity, then we're going to have some dope ass kids and some dope ass people. And that's exactly what the fuck we want. You dig?
Damn, dude.
Yo, it's been real as fuck, you guys. I hope that hits, because that felt good. Yo, I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. thank you for tuning into the show. Thank you for making this fun. Because when you guys tune in and the ratings happen and all that, it feels cool just to look at. And it's nice. It kind of validates the work that I'm doing. So that's what I think feels good about it.
Damn, dude.
Damn, dude.
Right? And like when people validate your work, that's the shit that fucking feels good, dude. Like having your work, like, yo, you're sick with it, bro. Like this shit's tight. This did this for me, whatever. That shit, good stuff. So yeah, tap into your inner child, guys. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. Also, please be sure to go subscribe and listen to Ignite the Spark Within podcast. Go check them out on Spotify, preferably. Otherwise, Apple, iTunes, or Amazon Music, or wherever you can find podcasts. But that's most ideal. Spotify, Ignite the Spark Within with Sebastian Hernandez. Amazing podcast. It will absolutely blow your mind. And as men and women, honestly, most of us cannot even fathom or handle or contextualize the depth and simplicity of what's being spoken on that show. And another thing I was going to say, I realized I kind of got sidetracked and forgot, is actually really go listen to that podcast, because if you listen to the last episode, not this one, was it this Wednesday? I forget, but one of the last episodes, Sebastian did for his buddy what I did for him, which was, you know what? This is the start of your first podcast. And then like that was that. And it's like, oh shit. Okay, I'm doing this now. So he opened up the space on his podcast for his friend to be able to do that. And the buddy that he interviews is off the charts as well. And it's just incredible. Like, so to see this keep carrying on and doing its job feels so fucking good, you guys. So thank you very much. Also, please be sure to go donate to Clean Planet or sign up or become a community leader in some capacity, because it's just good for us. So please be sure to tell a friend, to tell a friend, to tell a friend, to tell your best friends, cousins, uncles, pig farming, knuckle fucking, pig Duncan, Tim Duncan. Did I say that last time? How? Wow, what are the chances of coming to that again? Pig plucking, pumpkin patching, ambulance dispatching, lesbian uncle about the Damn Dude motherfucking podcast, because it could help save a life or make a patient laugh. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. This is season 3, episode 44, aka 256. And this show exists to help educate, entertain, and make an impact on the different contexts and perspectives that we have, because I truly believe that the more access we have to different contexts and perspectives, the easier, smoother, and just flat out doper and cooler life is. You dig? Have a beautiful day. Much love. Peace.
Damn, dude.
Damn, dude.